Warning, this video has every potential in the world to be very long because I'm hyped right now. I'm so excited right now. That's 4 fights and 4 knockouts in a calendar year for Carlos Prates. 11 fight win streak, has knocked out his last 10 opponents. Now, see, listen, we've seen enough. Dana, give this kid the title shot. I mean, feed Belal Mohamed to Carlos Prates. Feed him to Carlos Prates. Yeah, I'm just fooling around, but man, I think at this point it's safe to say that we have a superstar on our hands at 175, guys, in person of Carlos Prates. You know, like I said in my last video, this kid is special. I mean, of course, it's kind of crazy that I'm calling a 31-year-old a kid, but as far as the UFC welterweight division is concerned, he is the new kid on the block, and you know he has just announced himself as a legit contender with this victory over Magny. And man, Carlos Prates is dangerous. He is dangerous, and the dude is hungry. Like, that's the perfect combo. You see, this run he's on kind of reminds me of the Kevin Holland run of 5 victories that he had in a calendar year back in 2020. But Prates' run is even more interesting because, bro, he is just sleeping everyone in his path. Like, sleeping everybody in his path. At least, you know, Kevin Holland still had like a split decision win and I think a submission win. But Prates is just like, you know what? Everybody goes to sleep. He's knocking everyone out, bro. This is, you know, I might be saying this out of excitement right now, but I truly believe that on the feet, there are only a few fighters in the welterweight top 15 that can stand with Carlos Prates. Of course, I know when I calm down and I, you know, like carefully examine this, I might find out, you know, it's not facts as such, but then as of this moment, I'm telling you, it's not the fact that he's a good technical striker. It's also the fact that he is deceptively powerful. You know, when he throws, it doesn't look like he's throwing so much heat, you know, like other welterweights like the Joaquin Buckleys and co. You know, we know these guys have power, and when they're in the octagon, their opponents are always weary of the power coming back in their direction. But Prates isn't like that, you know. When it does land, when it throws, it's not like he's throwing like with all his power. But then when he lands and you see the destruction on his opponents, it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy because look at the knockouts of Magny. Look at the knockouts. He didn't connect full power and he folded Magny up like that. Like, the dude is just so deceptively powerful. And, you know, Magny is not someone we see, you know, get knocked out like that. And, you know, to see him slept with a shot like that didn't land clean, you know, it's just crazy. I mean, with fighters like Buckley, Bonds, Morales, Jeff Neal, you know, opponents are always aware and respectful of the power that these guys carry. And, you know, they treat them with that respect. And I think at this point, you know, fighters need to start treating Prates with the same level of respect because the dude is deceptively powerful. I mean, even after the fight, Bisping had to ask him that what is the secret to his power because, bro,
you just knocked out a veteran, Magny. Nobody finishes him like that. What is the secret to your power? One shot from you, people go to sleep.
I cannot say because it's secret.
It doesn't look like he has it, but bro, he does have it. Another aspect of Prates' ability that was on display last night was his takedown defense. I mean, he showed impressive takedown defense against Magny. And, you know, to put it into context, to show you how impressive it is that Magny couldn't secure a single takedown, even though he tried for minutes. You have to know that in the history of the welterweight division, Magny is number 4 for the highest number of takedowns. I think he has about 50-something takedowns. And, you know, he came into the octagon against Prates, and Prates made him look like an amateur, like someone willing there to work on his takedown game. Like, it was absolutely insane. Even crazy to the point that Prates reversed him and secured a takedown of his own. And this is Prates who wasn't even interested in taking the fight to the ground. But then Prates reversed Magny, got a takedown of his own, while Magny was, you know, fighting to secure a takedown. Even when he had him on one leg, like, incredible balance, impressive. Like, he had him on one leg, but still, Magny could not secure a takedown. He just made him look like an amateur in that fight, and that was really impressive, man. Also, in that fight, it was so glaring to see that this dude, Prates, is confident in his striking. Like, he is so confident in his striking. He's so confident to the point that all he wants to do is keep the fight on the feet. I mean, this dude got a takedown against Magny. He scored a knockdown too. And on both occasions, I mean, when he scored the knockdown, unlike other fighters that, would have taken the opportunity to jump on the opponent and try to, finish the fights on the ground, he just stepped back calmly and, he told Magny, get up, get up. We need to do this fight on the feet. I'm not coming to the ground with you. And even when he got a takedown, when he reversed Magny and got a takedown of his own, you could see from the way he was fighting that he wasn't really looking to secure that position on the ground. He was finding ways to just, escape and get back on the feet. At a point, it was even Magny that was pulling guard and pulling him in and trying to, keep him on the floor. The dude was not really interested in keeping the fight on the ground. He was just so confident that, look, I'll finish you on the feet, so I really need to get this fight on the feet right now. And, ultimately, he got back to his feet, and we saw what he did when he got the fight back to his feet. But, that aside, I honestly really feel like, for Prates, I'll probably say he has to work on his ground game more. The higher he goes in the ranking in a division that has people like Belal Mohammed as champion, has guys like Kamaru Usman, Shafkat Rakhmanov at the top of the food chain, I mean, after he reversed Magny and secured the takedown last night, I feel like he should, even if he didn't get to, finish the fight, I feel like that was an opportunity that he should have utilized because, I mean, when you go up the rankings and you're fighting guys like the guys I mentioned earlier, you don't want, like, you are taking every opportunity you see to finish them. You don't want to have an opportunity to finish them and then you let it go and you get that kind of situation. I mean, I feel like he should have really taken that chance he got with taking Magny down to try to, secure a finish, or even if not secure a finish, like inflict serious damage such that when the fight got back on the feet, Magny would have already been so compromised that he wouldn't even have to do much. Because, I mean, when you're facing guys like Michael Morales, guys like Jeff Neal, guys like Jack Della Maddalena, guys who can actually easily knock you out too on the feet, or even if they don't knock you out, they can compromise you, they can put you in trouble, When you're facing guys like that, every opportunity you get to finish them in whatever position, on the ground, on the feet, you have to take it. You can't afford to, have opportunities like that and, you are like, I only want to finish this fight on the feet. I don't want to keep this fight on the ground. I feel like the higher he goes, he has to work on that. But other than that, man, the kid just looks perfect in the octagon against Magny. And, on the flip side, I also need to say this. On the flip side, even though he got knocked out, we have to give props to Neil Magny for never shying away from facing the hottest prospects in the division. I think the last 5 fights he's had now has been against, the guys that are on the come up, the guys that have really showed potential in the division, and, back to back, he's faced these guys. Even though now he's gotten knocked out of the rankings, I feel like, he still really deserves his props, a well-respected welterweight, and, I give him that. So, back to Carlos Prates, after the fight, he called out JDM, which is an interesting fight, but for whatever reason, personally, the fight I really want to see for Carlos Prates now is a fight against Ian Gary. I would really love to see him against Ian Gary, and, I envisage that will be a high-level striking match if, Ian Gary doesn't decide to pull a MVP performance on us. Another fight I'll probably want to see is, I would love to see Carlos Prates go up against Michael Morales, who is also another fighter in the welterweight I'm really interested in, also a new kid on the block. And, both of them are currently undefeated. So, that increases the stakes of the fight. And, I would really love to see that too if I don't get to see like the Ian Gary fight. But then Carlos himself, he called out Jack Della Maddalena after his win, and honestly, I really don't see that fight happening. I feel like there are too many contenders in the welterweight division right now for a fight to materialize between the 15th ranked guy and the 4th ranked guy, especially when, people like Jack Della are already setting their sights on, a title shot. So for him to fight all the way down to 15th, I really don't see that happening. So even though he called JDM out, I feel like that's where that call out ends. So I think it was a smart thing that he also called out Jeff Neal. I feel like that's a more realistic option for Carlos Prates right now, a fight against Jeff Neal. I feel like that fight probably happens. And if that happens, that honestly also wouldn't be, a bad fight. A win against Jeff Neal will take him up to the 10th position of the welterweight rankings. But you know what? At the end of the day, whatever fight he gets, whatever opposition is thrown in front of him, I will be there, because as of now, I'm really excited about this dude. He has proven himself over again. 4 knockouts in 1 year. That's not a feat you can just write off like that. Really, I just look forward to seeing how his career plays out from here. I have, big hopes for him. I have big expectations for him, and I believe he can live up to the hype. I mean, at this point, it's beginning to look like there's no point calling it hype. He has proven himself, so at this point, it doesn't make sense to call it hype. But yeah, that's the video. I'm excited. Carlos Prates, I called it and he delivered. I said in the last video that he hasn't really faced like serious opposition, but with this victory against Magny, he's proven he deserves to be among the top 15 guys in the division. And of course, from this point on, we're assured that he's going to get quality fights. He's going to face, the type of opposition that we expect for him to actually skyrocket to megastar status in the welterweight division. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching this video. If you really enjoyed this video, there's a video showing on the screen right now that I feel you should watch. You are really going to enjoy, and you can also just go through the channel and see if there are other videos that really excite you. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and bye.